Hello everyone, welcome to Dynamic Study. This is quiz class number 67 on previous year question paper. We have been discussing the question paper of December 2015 and this is the fourth part of the video. So let's start. We have already discussed 30 questions. This is question number 31. Which play of Christopher Marlowe has homosexual sensibility? Option 1, Edward II. Option 2, The Jew of Malta. Option 3, Dr. Faustus. And option 4, The Tragedy of Dido, Queen of Carthage. The correct option is option number 1, Edward II. Next, there is a quotation, when true silence falls, we are still left with echo, but are nearer nakedness. One way of looking at speech is to say that it is a constant stratagem to cover nakedness. Who said? Option 1, Samuel Beckett. Option 2, Harold Pinter. Option 3, Luigi Pirandello. And option 4, Joe Orton. The correct option is option number 2, Joe Orton. This is taken from his speech entitled as Writing for the Theatre, delivered at the National Student Drama Festival in Bristol in 1962. Okay. Next, the determining feature of syllabic verse is neither dash nor dash but the number of syllables in a line. Option 1, numbers. Option 2, sounds, silences. Option 3, stress, quantity. Option 4, gist, speeds. The correct option is option number 3, stress and quantity. Neither stress nor quantity but the number of syllables in a line. Okay, next. In Andrea del Sarto, which painter does Andrea compare himself to? What does he find lacking in his own work in comparison? Option 1, Fra Lippo Lippi, humor. Option 2, Raphael, soul. Option 3, Vinci, verisimilitude. And option 4, Botticelli, liveliness. Andrea del Sarto is a monologue written by Robert Browning. The correct answer is option number 2. Andrea compares himself to Raphael and he finds that the soul of painting is missing in Andrea's own painting, which is very much present in Raphael's work. Right? Next, in which work does Sade detail the Indian superstitions as an idolatry to be suppressed by a civilizing Protestant form of colonialism? Option 1, Thalaba the Destroyer. Option 2, The Curse of Kehama. Option 3, Pitying the Wolves. And option 4, Country Horrors. The correct option is option number 2, The Curse of Kehama. Next question. I kept on creeping just the same, but I looked at him over my shoulder. This is the classic ending of which work? Option 1, Yellow Woman. Option 2, The Yellow Wallpaper. Option 3, Johnny Panic and the Bible of Dreams. And option 4, Where are you going? Where have you been? I kept on creeping just the same, but I looked at him over my shoulder. The correct option is option number 2, The Yellow Wallpaper. It is a short story written by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. Next question. Harriet Beecher Stowe wanted to write a work based on an Afro-American writer which was later published as option 1, Uncle Tom's Cabin, option 2, Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl, option 3, Cry the Beloved Country, and option 4, Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass. The correct answer is Uncle Tom's Cabin, option number 1. Next. Samuel Johnson's dissertation upon poetry is a part of which work? Option 1, final section of his preface to Shakespeare. Option 2, a chapter of his novel Rasselas, Prince of Abyssinia. Option 3, epilogue of his Lives of the Poets. And option 4, one of his Rambler essays. The correct option is option number 2. It is a chapter of his novel Rasselas. Okay. Next. A new series called New Accents was launched by Methuen in 1977. The first title to be published in the series was option 1, the final section of preface to Shakespeare. Option 2, formalism and Marxism. Option 3, structuralism and semiotics. And option 4, making and difference, feminist literary criticism. The correct answer is option number 3, structuralism and semiotics. Okay. The last question is, according to Coleridge, which poems of Wordsworth contradict his own view expressed in lyrical ballads about the language and subject matter of poetry? Option 1, Immortality Ode and the Prelude. Option 2, The Tasks and the Seasons. Option 3, Michael, Ruth and the Brothers. And option 4, Elegy and Ode on the Popular Superstitions of the Highlands. The correct answer is option number 3, Michael, Ruth and the Brothers. So here our today's class ends. I hope this video series have helped you a lot. Please share your views in the comment section. Like this video, share this video with your friends. Thank you very much. Keep on watching Dynamic Study. Keep on learning. We will meet very soon in our next class. Have a nice day. Bye bye.